Hello friends, my name is Khushbu Kumari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Friend, in this video we are going to solve one more interview coding question which is here. So the question is, you have given an array of positive integers. So let's suppose you have given an array of size something like 5 of integer a1, a2, and this array is of integer type with length of n. So the user will give the length of the array. You have to print an array of same length, and what our task is to print an array of the same length as the input length was, where the values in the new array are the sum of every number in the array except the number at that index. So what it means, I will show you through an example. So let's suppose this is the given array where the elements are 2, 3, 0, 5 and 4. So what the question is asked to do is, you need to print the second array of the same length where the values are in the new array are the sum of every number. So the values in the new array will be the sum of every number. It means 2 plus 3 plus 0 plus 5 plus 4, every number in the array except the number at that index. So actually we know what the index is in an array. So if this is the index 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the length of array 5, and this is our output result, which is of the same length. So we need to print the summation of each and every element of the first array except at that index. It means in the first index we need to print the summation of each element. 4 plus 5, 9 plus 0, 9, 9 plus 3, 12, 12 plus 2, 15. But here except the number at that index. It means we need to summation all the values, but we are not going to consider at that index. So this is the index 0, so we need to skip this index 0 value. So the sum will be 4 plus 5, 9 plus 3, 12. So we need to print 12 here. Again, for the first position, which is of index 1, what we need to do is we need to print the summation of all values except this particular index. So the value will be 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 2, 11. So we need to print 11 here. Again, for the third position, we need to print the summation of all values except this index value. So 4 plus 5, 9, 14, 15. So we need to print 15 here. On the third position, what we need to do is print all the summation but except this 5 here. So 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9. So this will goes on like this. So hope you understand the problem. Now let's come to our solution part, how we are going to solve this problem. So the first approach which came into my mind is that what we can do is we can take two for loop. Let's suppose the first for loop will denote I and the second for loop will denote j. So for the first time, the I value and the j value will denote the same position. And for this first for loop will help us to iterate one items of each element one by one. So the first time 3 will be there, 4 will be 1, 2, and so on and so forth. So for the first time, I value will be 0 and j value will be 0. If the I value and j value will be equal, then we not need to sum this value. So we will skip this value for the first time. And for rest of j's values, like j is equals to 1, that means 4, j is equals to 2, that means 1, 3, that means 2, and so on till the length of the array, we need to in sum is the all value except I is equals to j. For the second time, when the upper value will be I value will be 1 and j will again start from 0. This time I is not equals to 0, so we need to consider this 3 as well. So the sum value will be 3, then again I plus plus, that is 1. If I and j is equals to 1, that's 2, so we not need to consider this 4 as well here. So we will skip this value for the second time and the sum value will be 3. For the third, then increment the value of j, it will be 2. So again I is not equals to j, so we will consider this. So this will go through 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. So the summation value will be printed here. For the third time, when the I value will be 2 and j will again start from 0. Again start from 0. So as we can clearly see here that I is not equals to 0. So the for j is equals to 0, we will consider this 3, then 4, and when I value is equals to j value, that means we are here. So we will skip this one as well here and print other sum value will be 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. So this will goes on and we will continue our loop till the length of the array. But the time complexity of this array will be, we need to iterate the for loop. For I it will be n, the length of the array, and for j we also need to consider n. So n into n will be our n square time. So do you think this is the correct way to solve this problem? Actually it takes more than required time. So let's think of this in another way. Instead of adding all the elements every time, what we are actually doing, we are actually adding all the values except that index value. So can we do one thing, that we can create the variable sum and we will store the summation of this array. So the summation value will be 4 plus 3 7 8 9 10 and 11. And in the new array what we will do is, we will take this summation and for the first time we need to skip this value. Skip in the sense of subtract this value from all the summation. So what we will do is, we will just simply subtract that index value, that means 11 minus 3, that is 8. So we will just simply print 8 here. As simple. For the second time, when the for loop value will denote here 4, we need what we need to do is we need to skip that 4 and print all the summation value. So for the second time what we will do is 11 minus 4, that is 7. So we will just simply print 7 here. For the third time again we will 11 minus 1, that is 10 here. And so this will goes on till the length of the array. So this is the optimal value, optimum code that we can do, because in this we need only one for loop. What we need to do is we need to take the summation of all the values, and for every element, every iteration, we just need to subtract that index value and print or store this in the second our resultant array. So hope you understand. Let's go to our coding part. So this is the program which we need to do. I have written this program in C#. You can use any other programming language in which you are familiar, no matter. So if you have a if you are familiar with the C++, console.write is similar as C++ in cout in C++. And to take values we use console.readline in C#, very similar to C in C++. So what we have done here is that we have taken the sum value and the count value. Count value is basically to take the length of the array, and the sum value will at the time of entering the value one by one, what we will do is we will also sum the values of all elements, so that sum value will be stored in this sum variable. So here I have declared an array of the length count. That means if the user enters 5 as the length of the array, it will create the array of 5 length. If the value of count will be entered 6 by the user, it will create an array of 6 length. So enter the value one by one. So what we have done here, we have just taken the used a for loop to take the values of for loop one by one, and this is similar to sum is equals to sum plus here. It will sum all the values. Let's have a look. Ij. Let's suppose user has entered the value of 4 size 4 3 1 2. So this will take some value, and each time it will sum the value of the previous. So 4 plus 3 7 plus 8 plus the sum value will be 10. And this for loop is basically for doing or printing the output value. I have not declared a new array and store that value in the new array. You can do you can create a new array of the same length and then store the result one by one and then print on the screen. I have just shown this. I have just print this on screen directly. You can do that as well. So what will it do is sum, as we have sum is equals to 10. So for the first time when I is equals to 0, that means it will denote here. So for sum minus arri, I that means 0. 10 minus 4, it will print 6 here. For the second time when I plus plus, this will denote here. So 10 minus 3 will be 7, and 10 minus 1 will be 9, and 10 minus 2 will be 8. So this will be the output of my code. Let me show you the output through running the code. So this is my how many values are there. Let's suppose we have 4 values: 1, 2, 4, 5. So this will print the 11, 10, 8 and 7. So for the first time I need to skip this 1 here. So 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 5, 11. For the second time we need to skip this 2 here. So 1 plus 4, 5, 5 plus 5, 10. So this will goes on. So hope you understand the problem. So thanks for watching this video.